Good evening, everyone. This is Eric. And I'm glad you could make it. And I was pretty certain we'd have a smaller group tonight because if I wasn't hosting, I might be out walking in this nice warm weather today. So I'm glad you have the commitment to come to this. I'm impressed. I thought I'd start with a short reading. And at the end of our session today, I'll probably speak a little bit about our new section, which is around wisdom and awakening to our spiritual intelligence. And that will be, that's section 6. We'll be working on that for this month. So if you want to do some readings, I think there's about 4 chapters in that Cultivating Spiritual Intelligence Practice 6 section. So you're welcome to look that over, and you can integrate those practices along with what we do here each session twice a month. So I thought I'd start with a brief reading by Rumi. You're going to settle in, bring your attention to sound, and just letting these words settle in, touch you in whatever way you need right now. Your grief for what you've lost lifts a mirror up to where you're bravely working. Expecting the worst, you look, and instead, here's the joyful face you've been wanting to see. Your hand opens and closes, and opens and closes. If it were always a fist or always stretched out, you'd be paralyzed. Your deepest presence is in every small contracting and expanding, and the two as beautifully balanced and coordinated as a bird's wings. So welcome, everyone. Now, one more short reading. This is the Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom is radiant and unfolding, and she is easily discerned by those who love her and is found by those who seek her. She hastens to make herself known to those who desire her. To fix one's thoughts on her is perfect understanding. The beginning of wisdom is the most sincere desire for instruction. The multitude of the wise is the salvation of the world. Wisdom of Solomon. So again, welcome. So let's just move into some practice. And over the past several months, we've been primarily working with what we call shamatha practice, which is kind of focused attention. And we've done a little bit with insight meditation. And the insight meditation, as you'll see in this section 6 of this book, they don't speak to that directly, but the practices reflect that quality, is it's more of an inquiry into the qualities of the mind, the big questions that we wrestle with in life. And through that inquiry process, wisdom begins to arise. And we'll talk a little bit more about that at the end of class tonight. So we'll begin with some focused attention practice by just bringing awareness to the breath right now. Noticing the body posture, feet are flat on the floor, back is straight. Arms and hands are wherever it's comfortable, on the legs or in the lap. Eyes can be closed. You're comfortable with that? And beginning with 3 slow, deep breaths with the invitation to soften and relax on each exhale. So our sequence of practice tonight will be beginning with some basic body awareness, body scan, to help kind of settle and calm the body, which supports the mind settling and calming. We'll do a little bit of breath awareness practice, and then some awareness of awareness practice. We're just resting in our natural state, as some call it. And then concluding with loving kindness practice. So just beginning with body awareness and maybe beginning at the top of the head and this feeling into the scalp, top of the head. And continuing to just notice sensations at the top of the head and the forehead. Sensations in the brow area. Sensations between the eyebrows, right in the center there. Forehead. Sensing into the eyes. The cheeks. The lips. The chin, the jaw. The throat, the neck and shoulders. Just inviting the whole head, face, neck, and shoulders to soften, soothe, and rest. Just releasing any of those subtle muscular contractions around the eyes and the forehead, the jaw, the neck, the shoulders. Soften, soothe, and rest. So this body scan practice, as you probably know, is just a simple method of resting attention in the present moment by being with sensations as they come and go as we scan through the body. This is a great way if we're under a lot of stress or the mind is really active or a lot of heavy emotions. To simply come into the present moment by being with sensations as we scan through the body with the invitation to soften and rest. So this is continuing down through the shoulders now, dropping down through the left arm, being with sensations in the left arm. The left hand and fingers. Maybe noticing temperature, pressure, whatever sensations are there. Again, just no need to change anything. We're just in a space of curiosity and deep acceptance, deep allowing of whatever sensations are there, whether pleasant or unpleasant. Just inviting that whole left shoulder, arm, and hand to soften, soothe, and rest. Soften, soothe, and rest. And bringing attention into the right shoulder now, dropping down through the right upper arm. Sensation is there. The forearm, the wrist, the hand, the fingers. Just feeling into the hand for a bit. Sensations as they come and go. Bringing attention back up through the right arm, up into the shoulders. Sensing in the shoulders and the upper back and shoulder blades. Find those areas to soften, soothe, and rest. Sensing into the middle of the back. Dropping down to the lower back, the kidneys, the hips. And just inviting the whole back and hips to soften, soothe, and rest. Bringing the attention into the front of the body, into the chest area, the heart. The rib cage, the abdomen. And just inviting the whole front of the body from the neck down through the belly to soften, soothe, and rest. Soften, soothe, and rest. As the body becomes quieter, these moments of silence that we may experience, this is when wisdom can flow into awareness. When we're in that space of silence, of not knowing, not trying to figure anything out, a deeper intelligence can arise, a fresh intelligence that's not conditioned by our past, our worldview, our preferences. So by cultivating this stillness, and as we bring that into our daily life, we can connect to that place, especially in difficult times, and connect to a deeper wisdom. So continuing to scan down through the hips now, sensing into the thighs. Just inviting the hips and the thighs to soften, soothe, and rest. Soften, soothe, and rest. Sense into the knees, calves, shins. Inviting the knees and the calves and the shins to soften, soothe, and rest. Bringing attention into ankles, the heels of the feet, arches, the toes and the balls of the feet. Just feeling that contact of the feet on the floor, on the earth, on this Mother Earth. As we connect to our Mother, this body of Mother Earth, and this human body made of the same elements. We give gratitude for the air we breathe, each breath we take as a gift from the plants as they exhale oxygen into the environment. Gratitude for the rains and the lakes and the rivers and the oceans, for the water we drink. Gratitude for the bounty of nourishment, for food that this Mother Earth provides so generously. And appreciation of the life-giving sun, the magic of photosynthesis. This great web of life we are entangled with, this human form made up, as science tells us, of 80 or 90% of other life forms, all the way down to the centers of our mitochondria. We are a community of relationships that sustain this human form. And this simple realization, this connection with Earth can provide some insight, shifting us from a sense of a separate ego self to one that is really a community of relationships. This is a community of selves, much vaster than the simple perception of this separate human body, which is an illusion. And we give thanks for this community of relationships. And just bringing attention to the whole of the body now, being with sensations, contact with the breath, whatever is prominent. Just a general awareness of the body and space. And again, scanning, maybe starting at the top of the head and just moving down slowly, noticing any areas of contraction or tightness, inviting those areas to soften and relax. The head down through the brow, the jaw, the shoulders, and so forth down the body, just scanning as we go. Soften, soothe, and rest. Soften, soothe, and rest. Soften, soothe, and rest. Then just bringing attention to the upper body now, and being with the sensation of the breath in the body. Noticing the beginning of each in and out breath, the sensations throughout the breath cycle. Allowing the body to soften and rest on each exhale. And being very intentional about noticing the moment by moment sensations of the breath as it comes in, as we inhale, as it pauses, and exhales, and pauses, being with the moment by moment sensation of the inhale and exhale in the body. Just noticing the subtle changes each moment of the breath cycle as best you can without getting stressed about it. Just being attentive. And now, as you exhale, just imagining the breath as it exits the mouth at the nose, diffusing into the space in front of you. So on each exhale, there's a sense of the breath moving outward and diffusing. And with that diffusing of the breath, sense of awareness expands to include the space around us, space in front of us. Still aware of the body, but we're now also aware of the breath dissolving, mixing with the space in front of us. There's a sense of our awareness expanding to include this space as well. Space of the body and the space of the breath. So as you notice this in and out breath, the space before us as we inhale, we're taking that space in. The space that is around us is now in us. So this separation between the body and the space around us begins to dissolve. It's just one field of luminous awake awareness as we inhale and exhale. No separation between the body and the space around us. Just letting go and relaxing on each exhale as our breath mixes with the space around the body. Now narrowing the attention to just the sensation of the breath up in the nose, feeling the sensation of the air flowing in and out of the nostrils, all the way in, all the way out. If you'd like, you can add counting to the breath awareness. At the end of the inhale, counting 1 silently, and at the end of the exhale, counting 2. We'll do this for a few minutes to stabilize attention further. Now just drop the counting and being with the breath. Nose again, and just noticing it. Experience of the breath flowing through the nose. Soften and relax on the exhale. And again, noticing the subtle sensations at each moment of in and out breath as we inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Attention wanders. In that moment that we wake up to the wandering, we congratulate ourselves and we set our intention to be with the sensation of the breath. Pausing for a moment and just scanning again the body now. From the head down through the torso, through the legs, to the feet, and just any areas that may be contracted or tight. Just inviting those areas to soften, soothe, and rest. Particularly the eyes or the jaw, the neck, the shoulders. Just resting awareness in the body as a whole. Just resting in the experience of body sensations. Noticing the contact of your clothes on the skin, the contact of the air around the body, on the skin, around the face. There's a sense of the body, including the space of the room that you're in. As we know, each inhale, we're inhaling the space of the room, and into the body, and we exhale back into that space. The space of the room is deeply entangled with the space of the body as we inhale and exhale. Separation of the body at the skin to the space in the room dissolves to an extent. And we feel our awareness, including the body in the room, together as one. And we can expand this awareness of this body and room space to this whole region of Kalamazoo and Portage and Southwest Michigan, across North America, the oceans, Europe, Africa, Asia, and out through the solar system and our galaxy. We begin to touch awareness, which has no center and no periphery. This quality of awake awareness that is not constricted by this body, rather pervades all matter, all life. Resting in the spacious awareness that goes beyond the edge of the universe. Now it's resting in spacious, open-hearted awareness. It's resting and being aware of being awake and aware of awareness. Experience of being awake and aware. And a question we can ask ourselves in the space of open awareness is, can we find a center point to this awareness? Or is there no center? Or does it seem to move wherever we direct our attention? Is there a color to this awareness? A thickness? So we inquire into this quality of awake awareness, and typically we can't find precise location, which is confounding, of course, to the mind, which wants to say the self is somewhere in this body. But when we work with awareness, we find that it can be anywhere and everywhere all at once. We can inquire into a thought. Perhaps the mind is trying to logically understand the words that I'm saying. It's maybe confounded by those words. And follow the root of that analysis, the mental analysis. What is its origin? Where did it come from? You often see it's a story that the mind has made or society has told us. It might be a direct experience in a story. And it's coming back to the breath in the upper body, including with the loving kindness practice. And we'll just extend this as we touched in this meditation, that this awareness that is at our core is without a center or a periphery, it's all pervasive. We just rest in this quality of open, spacious awareness and radiate out loving kindness to all life. May all beings be happy and joyful in this moment. Just imagining this loving kindness radiating out from this awareness in all directions. Like a stone being thrown into a pond and the ripples, concentric circles, just radiating out into infinity. May all beings be healthy in mind, healthy in body, healthy in spirit. May all beings know inner peace and peace in their relationships. May all beings be free from suffering and free from the causes of suffering. May all beings be happy and joyful in this moment. May all beings be healthy in mind, healthy in body, healthy in spirit. May all beings know inner peace and peace in their relationships. May all beings be free from suffering and free from the causes of suffering. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be free from suffering and live with ease. May all beings live with ease. Now just taking a few breaths, inhaling the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Wiggling the toes and the fingers. When you're ready, open the eyes. And I'll conclude tonight with a little bit of our reading from chapter 28, Awakening Wisdom. It's called Preparing for Wisdom. This is referring to the book Essential Spirituality, as the author describes what we've been learning in this course. If you've read this far and done the previous practices, you've already done a great deal to develop wisdom. Refining motivation and relinquishing attachments allows wiser choices. Ethical living and transforming emotions reduce the clouding effects of anger, guilt, and fear. This is crucial. As the Torah points out, wisdom will not enter a deceitful soul. Concentration and clear perception sharpen awareness and recognize skillful choices and actions. The net result is a mind less burdened by the past, less clouded by craving, more focused and clear, and able to penetrate deeply and understand profoundly. The mind becomes an agile instrument for developing wisdom. This development starts with a crucial recognition. There's a reading here by the Buddha, the wisdom of ignorance. The fool who thinks he is wise is a fool indeed. And I'll have one final reading here. This is close out our evening around wisdom. This comes from the Christian tradition. This is about opening to the unknown, unknowing, not using the intellect to connect to wisdom. The wisdom is not knowledge. It's a deeper understanding of the nature of life. So it requires a quality of humility and being able to stand in a place of not knowing the answers. Let us be still an instant and forget all things we've ever learned, all thoughts we had, and every preconception that we hold of what things mean and what their purpose is. Let us remember not our own ideas of what the world is for. We do not know. Simply do this. Be still and lay aside all thoughts of what you are and what God is. All concepts you have learned about the world, all images you hold about yourself. Do not bring with you one thought the past has taught, nor one belief you ever learned before from anything. Forget this world, forget this course, and come with holy, empty hands unto God. And then if you read this section, it goes on to talk about sources of wisdom. We can connect to wisdom through nature, in silence and solitude, by reading wisdom traditions, by inquiring into our own nature, through vipassana, through insight meditation, and by reflecting on the nature of life and death. And there's practices associated with these as well in the book. So thank you all for being here tonight. And if you're so moved, you can work on that chapter on section 6 in the book over this month. And this practice will be up in a few days. You'll get an email and a link. So if you want to use this meditation, you can continue to use this as well as other meditations that you've received. And to help us continue this work of love and justice in the world, Unitarian Universalist Community Church, who sponsored this program, would appreciate any donations that you'd like to give. And there will be a link in the email you receive. So you can use that if you'd like to donate on a monthly basis or a one-time basis. And as you can see, checks can also be sent to the Unitarian Church at Shaver Road there. If you want to connect to our website, you can just do UUCC Portage, and you'll go to our website. And we have some upcoming programs that we'd like to let you know about. We have a Thoughtful Thursday coming up, which will be quite amazing. Housing for All with Kalamazoo County Commissioner Stephanie Hoffman, and be talking about the challenges of the unhoused in Kalamazoo County and the efforts that are being made to address this very difficult situation for so many in our community. And we have some celebrations, some fun stuff coming up. We have an Irish celebration of dance and music on Saturday, March 15th at 6 p.m. at our Unitarian Church in South Portage. I believe it's $20 for that. I'm not certain the amount on that. But there is, you can register online for that. We'd appreciate that. So again, going to, as you can see there, Unitarian, uucommunitychurch.org is the web address there at the bottom. And we have another event, our little mini retreat, vision board workshop on Saturday, March 22nd at 9 a.m. Again, you can register at uucommunitychurch.org. There's a $10 fee for that. And that's a great way to kind of lay out what your intention is for this coming year in images, and you can use that at home to kind of inspire you throughout this coming year. And I think that's all of our slides. Thanks for coming. Our next gathering will be, it won't be March 10th, it'll be 24th, Monday, March 24th at 7 p.m. Thank you so much, and take care, everyone. Blessings. Thank you.